Jackson rushing for at least 35 yards tonight against that Dolphins defense. Why?
He's going up against the Dolphins defense, number one. Number two, I think it's going to be deceptive where people think that because of the hamstring injury that he's been out with, that you know what, he's not going to be looking to run the football at all. I don't think Lamar Jackson will be back if he can't run the football. Right? So I think that it's going to be a bit deceptive on his part. I see him taking advantage of it and running the football effectively tonight. I definitely think he's going to run for more than 35 yards.
35 yards. Dan, you've also got him running for a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, if I had to pick a player that was going to score a touchdown tonight, it was going to be Lamar Jackson. I understand he's coming off the injury, and we'll see with the he's Lamar Jackson. I'm expecting a complete show out of him tonight and to re-establish, like, hey, I'm here. This team ain't going anywhere this year. And I'm expecting Lamar to have a rushing touchdown tonight.
Yeah, I'm going Jalen Waddle, 60-plus receiving yards. I thought he was phenomenal in the game against the Atlanta Falcons. He showed he can give you that number one presence at the wide receiver position. And I love the fact that Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa made an intentional effort to get him the rock early and often.
Lamar Jackson, a South Florida kid, a bit of a homecoming tonight. Let's see. We'll recap. Going with Lamar to rush for at least 30 yards and to score an anytime touchdown. And then RC's got Jalen Waddle to have at least 60 receiving yards. If you want to ride with us, we've made it a parlay for you on ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Just open the app and look for the first take, cover 3 parlay on the homepage. Let's go to the NFC North, where the Vikings second-year quarterback J.J. McCarthy is set to return this week when Minnesota plays the Lions. After sitting out 3 straight weeks of practice, McCarthy says he's finally feeling good, feeling like himself, and he's ready to go. Last season, with Sam Darnold under center, the Vikings averaged nearly 350 yards per game and converted 40% of their third downs. This season, with a mix of J.J. McCarthy and Carson Wentz, the numbers are way down. The Vikings ranked 26th in yards per game this season. Look, Darnold's Seahawks are 5-2. Daniel Jones, who was a Viking last year, the second half of the season, is having an MVP caliber season. Mina, what does JJ have to show everyone to make Minnesota's decision to go with them not look like a mistake?
Development. You guys, we've talked about this. I think it's way too early to call it on J.J. McCarthy. He's barely played football. I also think the expectation for him shouldn't be that he's better than Sam Darnold at this point in his career. He was your first-round draft pick. You want him to look like the future. He doesn't necessarily have to be the present. And to do that, you want to see improvement. In his very limited action, by far, the biggest issue was that he held on to the football too long. It seemed like he was still adjusting to NFL speed, both in terms of pass rushers catching up to him, NFL windows closing, taking too many sacks because of that. Can that clock speed up? If you're a Vikings fan and you see him over, not just tonight, this weekend, but the rest of the season, if it feels like he is playing faster as the year goes on, then he can start leaning into some of his strengths, arm strength, athleticism, all of that. Then you feel happy as a Vikings fan. The bet on J.J. McCarthy was not a bet that they're going to win in the playoffs this year. It's a bet that they found the quarterback of the future and that they can continue building around him.
They could have franchised Darnold. They could have brought Daniel Jones. Dan, you think this is a no-brainer? This is not a mistake to go with J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, I'm with Mina, way too early to kind of figure that out. I think the two things. Number one, he's got to play for the remainder of the season every snap. So, like, that, if that's one thing that we all have to be looking at.
Health-wise, Dan?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, last year he didn't get the chance to develop because he was hurt. And then this year, he hasn't really gotten the chance to develop because he's been hurt. And so one thing is just get on the field and stay on the field and play every snap. I think the second thing is, if I was with J.J. McCarthy, I would just sit there and be like, see it, trust it, and rip it, man. See it, trust it, and rip it. He's such a young talent. Mina's completely correct. Holding on to the football too long. Dude, don't trust. Just go. Just go play. Me as the coach, Kevin O'Connell, I'll get him open. And if I don't get him open, tell me I'm not doing my job good enough. I'll get him open. Cut it loose.
Here's where I stand. You know what, RC, go first.
So, I got. So this is what I know. I know that Jayden Daniels is a star.
Talk about it.
I know that Drake May is a star. I know that Bo Nix is the franchise quarterback of the Denver Broncos for the next decade plus. I think Caleb Williams' star is ascending, right? Caleb Williams is starting to show some signs that he could be the guy. Jury's still out for me with Michael Penix Jr. We need to be in a spot with J.J. McCarthy where I can come in here on Monday and say, I see it though, right? It doesn't necessarily have to all be there, right? We have to remember at Michigan, Jim Harbaugh didn't ask J.J. McCarthy to go win games with his arm each and every week, right? He was a part of a system, which a lot of times when we're seeing guys drafted in the top 10 coming into the NFL now, they're not a part of the system, they are the system, right? We've asked them to do so much to help these teams win. That wasn't J.J. McCarthy. That was the huge argument about him going so high. So here now, when we talk about Hockenson and you say Justin Jefferson and you talk Jordan Addison and Mason in the backfield, just show me you can be a piece of this that adds to what we're doing, because we are all sure about Kevin O'Connell. We need to be at least sure that J.J. McCarthy is getting better.
I want to say something because I know we got to be quick, and I want y'all to think about this and hold on to this for future shows. You too, Mina. Sam Darnold wet the bed when the lights were brightest last year in the last 2 games. We understand that. But prior to that, he was 14-2. When you have weapons like Justin Jefferson, Addison, and Hockenson, and those boys, what you need is your quarterback, and you should be able to propel, particularly when you have a coach who is as exceptional as Kevin O'Connell, which we all know. Is it possible? And I'm going to end by saying this, because remember, Sam Darnold signs with Seattle, 3 years, $100.5 million, $55 million guaranteed, okay? Making $33.5 million this year. Last year when he was producing for the Minnesota Vikings, it was on a 1-year, $10 million contract. You go with the rookie. Why? Because is it really about J.J. McCarthy and the fact that he won a national championship in Michigan and you see all of this in him? Or is it the fact that because you have Kevin O'Connell, the quarterback whisperer, you think you could take shortcuts from the quarterback spot so you can allocate those dollars everywhere else? And that's what's costing the Minnesota Vikings. Because to me, if I got weapons everywhere else, I want to make sure in the NFL I got my quarterback. And you decided to invest and go all in on a rookie. That's what I'm asking.
Nina?
They got weapons, but you know what they don't got? A run game. Functioning pass protection right now, Steve. The bet was we can make this team so good around him, it's going to be like driving a Lamborghini. Turns out, not quite a Lamborghini. I mean, the weapons are amazing, but they have to improve the run game, the offensive line. That's a big part of why Sam Darnold struggled at the end. It's going to be a big part of why JJ struggles too.
I'm in no position to disagree with Mina. All I'm trying to say is that when you got the weapons in your passing game that they have, everybody ain't got what Minnesota has. To sit up there and just say, you know what, we can go with the rookie. I'm just saying that's suspect, particularly considering you spent $10 million on your quarterback last year. You got a rookie on you.
Using Darnold and Jones, but also to RC's point, that draft class.
Yes.
They all look like, and he's still the TBD.
Good point. 3 out of 5 right now.
Yes.
Action Jackson returns to football tonight with Baltimore, but is it too late for them to make a run to the playoffs? More First Take after this.
Score more from the game this football season with ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus.